In this video, I'm going to explain how the Dolby Vision artistic trims are created by the colorist in a CMV 2.9 or 4.0 workflow. As explained in my previous video, Dolby Vision can tone map any HD or grade to any target brightness display, and the Level 2 or Level 8 trims are user-generated metadata that allows the colorist to control more precisely how the brightness and colors are going to be compressed when content exceeds the TV capabilities. In a CMV 4.0 workflow, the artistic trims adjustments done by the colorist are recorded in Level 8, and the Dolby Vision algorithm will generate automatically Level to trims metadata for compatibility with older hardware. The Dolby system will generate Level to trims even if the colorist doesn't make any adjustments. For older Dolby Vision hardware, the generated Level to purpose is to mimic the better and improved tone mapping of the CMV 4.0 algorithm. CMV 4.0 metadata block has two more controls, and many more hue and saturation controls, which allow the colorist to trim more accurately the typical 100, 600 and 1000 nits target brightness. Dolby recommends doing at least a 100 trim pass, because this is the lower nits target possible that can be referenced by any TV. For example, if the colorist grades a shot at 4000 nits and makes a 100 trim pass, the colorist adjustments will be extrapolated to any TV target brightness. If the content is within the TV's capabilities, then the trim passes are ignored by the TV at playback. As you can see here in one of my previous videos, the lower the target brightness, the stronger the trim effect will be. Now let's do some real-life examples with a CMV 2.9 workflow. Once the HD or grade is completed, the colorist runs the Dolby Vision algorithm, which will generate the standard Level 1 metadata. Once the Dolby Vision analysis is completed, the colorist will preview the tone mapping on different target brightness. You can't see it in this video, but I'm connected to my mastering monitor, and I can preview all the trims in the control panel in SDR or HDR. Now let's export the metadata and have a look at the RPU. As you can see, because I haven't made any adjustments, my exported metadata only has Level 1 metadata and no Level 2 trims. Now let's make some random adjustments to the trim pass at different levels. Again, keep in mind that you don't see the HDR mapping that I'm monitoring on my mastering display. As you can see, my exported metadata now has Level to trim passes at the 100 and 600 nits target that contains all the adjustments I did. Now let's do the same with a CMV 4.0 workflow. Once the analysis is completed, the Dolby algorithm creates the Level 1 and 3 metadata, and just like a CMV 2.9 workflow, the colorist has to go through all the shots again to preview and adjust the tone mapping to different target brightness. First, let's export the metadata without any adjustments. As you can see, the Dolby algorithm exported a level 8 trim, but the values of every shot are all set to 2048, which is the value for 0. On the other hand, even if I didn't adjust the trims, the algorithm has created a 100, 600 and 1000 nits level to trims for the CMV 2.9 block, which will be used only by the older hardware that doesn't support CMV 4.0. Hardware made after 2019 should support CMV 4.0, and both the TV and player must support it to be able to use it, which means that all the Blu-ray players are stuck with inferior to 0.9 mapping regardless of the TV you have. Now let's make some random adjustments to the trim pass and analyze the exported metadata. As you can see, the system generated the level to CMV 2.9 block trims, but this time, it included all the changes I made in the 100 controls. Most movies are done in a CMV 4.0 workflow but are delivered into a CMV 2.9 metadata. It means that most of the time, the level to trims we see on Blu-ray discs are just a conversion from the manual level 8 trims done by the colorist, and the studios rarely require more than a 100 Rec 709 trim pass. Thanks for watching, and sorry for the AI voice. My English is not good enough to use my own voice. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to ask me any question in the comments. Bye.